Hola, estudiantes. We are going to be starting our unit on Spanish. So I thought we'd start with an introduction to the Spanish language. Where did Spanish come from? Well, Spanish is based on the Latin language. So Latin came first, and then as different countries evolved, they changed their Latin up a little bit and made their own language. So Spanish is based in Latin, and it started in Spain. Spain is the area in red. I don't know if you can see my cursor. Yep, here it is. Here is Italy. So this is where Rome was. And then they went through France and into Spain. And so Spain started its own sound of language because it's so far from Rome. So besides Spain, which other countries speak Spanish? All of these countries speak Spanish and more. There are countries in the Philippines and different places that also speak Spanish, but these are the main ones. Where are Spanish speaking countries located? So we know the names of them, but where are they? Well, as you can see, these areas in dark green right here, they are Spanish speaking countries. So here we are in what we would call North America, Central America, South America. Here, this would be called Europe. This is Spain. And I don't know if you can see, oh, that little green dot should be right there. I don't know why it got moved. But that little green dot used to be here, so I don't know what happened. It got moved. This is in Africa, the continent of Africa, and here is a country that also speaks Spanish. These light green areas, Spanish is just spoken a lot there, but it's not the main language. How did Spanish come to the Americas? So if Spanish started in Spain, then how did it get all the way over here? Do you know? Does this help you? How about this? Do you know who that is? It's Christopher Columbus, and he was born in Genoa, Italy in 1451. We just don't know very much about him, but we do know that he became obsessed with the idea of pioneering a Western sea route to China, India, and the gold and spice islands of Asia. At the time, Europeans knew no direct sea route to southern Asia. And the route via Egypt and the Red Sea was closed to Europeans by the Ottoman Empire, as were many land routes. So, contrary to popular legend, educated Europeans of Columbus's day did believe that the world was round. However, Columbus and most others underestimated the world's size, and they calculated that East Asia must lie approximately where North America sits on the globe. They thought the Earth was way, way smaller. They didn't even know that the Pacific Ocean existed. With only the Atlantic Ocean, he thought, lying between Europe and the riches of Eastern India, East Indies, Columbus met with King John II of Portugal and tried to persuade him to to back his enterprise of the Indies, as he called his plan. He was rebuffed. They thought it was a bad idea. And so Columbus went to Spain, where he was also rejected at least twice by King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella. However, after the Spanish conquest of the Moorish kingdom of Granada in 1492, the Spanish monarchs, flushed with victory, agreed to support his voyage. So on August the 3rd, 1492, Columbus set sail from Palos, Spain, with three small ships, the Santa Maria, the Pinta, and the Nina. On October 12th, the expedition reached land, probably Watling Island in the Bahamas. And later that month, Columbus sighted Cuba, and he thought that was China. So then in December, the expedition landed in Hispaniola, which Columbus thought might be Japan. He established a small colony there with 39 of his men. The explorer, Columbus, returned to Spain with gold, spices, and Indian captives in March 1493 and was received with the highest honors by the Spanish court. He was the first European to explore the Americas since the Vikings set up colonies in Greenland and Newfoundland in the 10th century. Because Christopher Columbus was sponsored by Spain, everything he found was conquered in the name of Spain. And so Spanish became the language that they brought to the Americas. California, New Mexico, Colorado, Arizona, Nevada, Utah, Texas, and New Mexico were part of Mexico until 1848. So all of that you see was Mexico, the Spanish-speaking world. Now, I bet you didn't know that you already know some Spanish words that we use in English. For example, the word breeze comes from the word brisa, which means breeze. Ranch from the word rancho, which means ranch. Cockroach is said cucaracha. The word was cucaracha and we understood it and called it cockroach. The word mosquito is actually mosquito, means small fly. Patio is un patio. A rodeo is un rodeo. And adobe is adobe. And they mean the same thing in English as in Spanish. Some foods that are Spanish or from Latin America foods that we eat in America, can you guess what some of them are just by looking at their picture? Tortillas, right? Do you know what those are? Because if you don't know, it's a very sad thing. These are churros. And the glass has chocolate, and you dip your churro in your chocolate and you eat it, and it's amazing. You can get them at Costco and at Sam's for about $1.50. They just don't serve it with chocolate, I'm sorry to say. You know that, right? Tacos. Those are bananas. They're green. The bananas that we receive here in the United States probably come from Ecuador because Ecuador is the banana export country of the world. Ecuador is in South America. Here are some mangoes or mangos. I think those are from Mexico. And of course, do you know what those are? It looks like chocolate, but it's not chocolate. It's coffee beans. And Colombia. Colombia is where the biggest export of coffee beans comes from. What other foods do you know about that are Spanish or Latin American foods that we eat here in America?